Have you ever wondered, how did life come into being? Why is light father, son? How does a fertilized egg become the plants and animals we see? Around the beginning of the 19th century, Christians believed that God created everything. Then, God first created the man Adam, and then took a rib from Adam to make the woman Eve, and they married and multiplied to produce human beings. But later, Darwin, a young scientist, embarked on a voyage around the world aboard the USS Beagle. During this travel, he collected and compared specimens all the time. In 1859, the great biologist Charles Darwin, with his love of nature and his doubt that God created everything, wrote on The Origin of Species, a great book that pushed people's thinking forward. He also creatively put forward the principle of natural selection, survival of the fittest. For every species of animal or plant, he writes, the struggle for survival is long and permanent, because there are always far more individuals born than are likely to survive. Darwin's theory is one of the greatest pioneering works in the history of biological science and has an indelible contribution. In order to commemorate him, people call the theory of evolution Darwinism. In the late 17th century, Dutch microscopist Leeuwenhoek made the world's first light microscope and successfully observed single-celled organisms. Hooke, who was around the same time as him, first used the word cell to describe the basic unit of cork. But this concept wasn't officially accepted by the scientific community until the mid-19th century. Until 1847, German scientists Schleiden and Schwann put forward the cell theory, which is the basic theory of biological science. The occurrence and formation of cells is a universal and permanent law in the biological field. Since then, the theory has spread widely. Today's cell biology and molecular cell biology are developed on the basis of this theory. After a lot of research, the combination of evolution and cell theory gave rise to modern biology, which is one of the main experimental sciences. The study of the genetics of genetic variation in plants and animals and the biochemistry of separation, purification, and identification of substances contained in cells are the two pillars of modern biology. Modern biological research has found that all organic macromolecules in living organisms are composed of carbon atoms as the core and in the form of covalent bonds or other different ways to link hydrogen and oxygen. Moreover, the organic macromolecules in all organisms are exactly the same monomer. For example, there are 20 amino acids in the protein molecule. DNA and RNA are composed of 5 bases. This gives rise to 3 basic principles of molecular biology. The monomers that make up the various organic macromolecules of an organism are the same in different organisms. The composition of all organic macromolecules in living organisms follows a common rule. The nucleic acid and protein molecules possessed by a particular organism determine its properties. Modern molecular biology mainly includes gene engineering, recombinant DNA technology, gene expression regulation, structure and function of biological macromolecules, structural molecular biology, genome, functional genome and bioinformatics research. Since the middle of the 20th century, biology has been widely penetrated and developed among various disciplines. More and more people begin to accept the dialectical unity of the diversity of the living world and the consistency of the essence of life. The consistency of life activities determines that the biology of the 21st century is a true systems biology, which is a unity within the biological range. We hope that all students who are interested in studying life sciences can participate in the research of the principles and core contents of biology to make new contributions to human civilization and social progress.